This episode contains spoilers.
Check out our spoiler-free episode in the list of episodes. Oh, yeah. I mean, we're making a movie about cars. We're making an F1 movie where, the cameras are going to be on the cars. And it's going to be so good,
Yeah.
It's going to be like F1, this, and we're going to go to this track and this track.
Right.
And then they're like, so what's the story? And they're like, I don't know. Just pull something like Top Gun.
Yeah, we'll throw $450 million at it. We'll get it made.
Right.
Welcome to Microsodes.
Oh, we haven't done that in a while.
I know.
Oh.
So today we're going to be doing another movie that was nominated for Best Film.
Best film?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
In 2020. I don't know how the Oscars work. Is it the best film in 2025, but it's like they present it 2026?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So this is another movie that was, I guess, nominated for Best Movie in 2025.
Okay.
Going into the year 2026.
Yes.
And it's called?
F1.
No. F-U. No, I'm kidding. I'm just kidding.
Fair use.
Yeah, exactly. Awesome. Well, yeah, that's a movie that we want to talk about this evening.
Yes.
And what are your initial thoughts on it?
Well...
Perfect. Let's get into the movie details.
It was a movie.
It was a movie.
Okay.
I love it. All right, so we're going to jump right into the movie details. The movie name is F1. The release date was June 27th of 2025. Now, there's been kind of a little bit of debate in the house about what the genre is.
In our house?
I think in any house about what the genres are. But this is kind of where we landed. You guys can tell us in the comments what you think it was about. But there was sport, action, and drama.
That sounds pretty accurate to me.
Yeah, they also said adventure, but I'm not 100% sure.
I think I would say adventure would classify as like a journey, like Fountain of Youth or Indiana Jones. I feel like those are adventures, or even The Electric State.
Now, that's a pretty good thing because somebody might throw it back and say, well, an adventure can be somebody like a character adventure. Like they were
like
in a
journey.
bad spot and then they kind of like came out on top.
Oh, okay.
People could say that.
Oh, yeah. If they say that, good for them. I don't know if I agree, but...
Hey, fair enough.
But you know what? It is an adventure. It's an adventure of a movie.
Yeah, I mean...
It takes you on different winding paths and straightaways, so...
Nice.
Yay.
There you go. The runtime was 2 hours and 35 minutes. It was rated PG-13 for strong language, action, and consumption of alcoholic beverages.
What? That's really what they had on there?
It's what I saw.
Okay, one thing that I definitely noticed was that they had sponsorships everywhere, which is normal for like a race, right?
I think so, yeah.
And one of the biggest ones was Heineken Zero, which also is not alcoholic.
Right, but there was there's a bunch of things where people were drinking other stuff.
I'm sure. I don't remember.
But yeah, no, that's pretty cool.
I completely agree. I think they need to have more of those. I think they're having like mocktails at different, like elevated mocktails at different bars too, which I think is so cool. Because not everyone drinks. Not everyone wants to drink.
Right.
So I think that's such a great idea.
Yeah, and it kind of makes you feel a little bit more like you're part of the environment if you have something that looks like a cocktail in your hand.
Yeah.
But you still have your wits about you. You know everything that's going on. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, or maybe you want to taste something like alcoholic, but you don't want the side effects that come with it.
Yeah, absolutely. The director was Joseph Kosinski. He is a huge director in Hollywood. Can you guess some of the movies that he might have made?
I know one was Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, nice.
And I will be mentioning this later as well. In my review.
Fair enough. He made Tron Legacy.
I've never seen it.
Okay. Oblivion, which also starred Tom Cruise.
Did I see that?
How
long ago?
Think so. That came out probably in 2017, 2018.
Oblivion?
Yes.
Oh, I don't think I've seen it.
Okay. Only the Brave, which is a movie near and dear to my heart.
Why?
It's a movie about the hotshot firefighters that
yes.
passed away, and I grew up in Hemet.
Uh-huh.
And so shout out to Billy Warnicki. He was in my AFJ ROTC unit, and he and another guy from my high school lost their lives in that fire. And so it was a movie about that.
Wow. And you saw it?
I actually didn't see it because I thought it was going to affect me too much.
Yeah.
I do know that it's a movie starring Miles Teller and...
Just like Top Gun. Maverick.
Yeah, exactly. Great pull.
When
right
a director likes their actors, they work with them again and again, like Tom Cruise, you said, in Oblivion.
There you go. So, he also did Tron Legacy, Oblivion, starring Tom Cruise, Only the Brave. You mentioned Top Gun Maverick. Mm-hmm. And if any of you guys are out there that really enjoy Gears of War, which it had him and the guy from the Goonies.
Oh, right. The guy from the Goonies. Okay. I've never seen it.
All right.
No, but our listeners probably know what the Goonies.
No.
No. You can say because our listeners probably know. I'm just saying I don't know.
He was also in Deadpool 2.
Oh, who?
That's
the guy. The guy.
I don't know. I can't remember his name.
Oh, I should look it up. Okay,
yes,
what
please.
am I looking? Which?
Just look up Deadpool 2.
Deadpool 2. Okay.
Yeah, I'm having a difficult time remembering his name right now.
No worries. We have cast. Ryan Reynolds, Josh Brolin.
That's it.
Josh Brolin.
Yes.
Oh, that was easy.
Yeah, he's a big actor. I just, for whatever reason, my mind blanked.
Like Weapons.
Yeah.
He was also in Weapons.
Exactly.
Was he also in Sin City?
Yes.
And so was the other girl from Weapons. She was also in Sin City, in one of them.
Okay. Brittany Murphy was also in Sin City, but...
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Before she died. Anyway, I can't tell you how many hours and hours and hours I spent on Gears of War with my buddy Kyle. So, Kosinski was the director, the artistic director of the Gears of War Mad World trailer.
I just watched that. Well, because you gave me a hint to watch it first.
Yeah. I told Ashley, you need to see this.
It's very cinematic.
Right? Mm-hmm. Even for a video game.
Yes. And then at the end, they had all these lights, and I was like, what the hell is that? It was very interesting.
I know.
He passed all those people. I'm like, aren't they going to go after him? But they didn't. And what song is that? Or who is that by?
I think it's called Mad World. I'm not 100% sure who it's by, but it was also in Donnie Darko.
Oh,
which they were kind of released, not specifically at the same time, but kind of with the same thought process behind it. Because Donnie Darko was trying to figure out what the future was and had to make a bunch of different decisions about what he wanted for everyone in his family. And that's kind of
Donnie Darko?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. It says Michael Andrews. Does that sound... I don't think that's it. I think it's a band, right?
I thought so.
Oh, no, it's Gary... Covered by Gary Jules and Michael Andrews for the film. Who did this? River? No. No. Why am I having so much trouble with this?
That's okay. You can just type in...
Tears for Fears.
Oh, there you go.
Okay. From 1982.
That sounds accurate.
Okay. That's it.
So Yeah, I mean, incredible cinematic adventure to getting to a video game.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when I think video games really started getting into that. Like if you play Xbox and stuff like that, if you've ever seen the ODST.
What's that? Oh, you're going to explain? Oh, good. Thank you in advance.
ODST was a video game that was part of the Halo universe. And even though these guys couldn't be Spartans, they were like space marines, and they were so tough. And they released this whole cinematic adventure about what these guys had to go through to become that. And then it shows a kid at his father's funeral, then him going through boot camp, then his first like time out in the field, and then how he grew up. But it has an incredible, and I think you might actually like this a lot. Either it's Icelandic or it could have been Nordic, but it has a beautiful song behind it the entire time, and it's very like fitting for what you're seeing.
Is it a video game?
It is.
Is that the trailer for the video game you're saying?
It is.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't actually have anything to do with the video game. It's like a small movie, like as a want to play a video game.
Oh, okay. I was kind of thinking, is it kind of like, they had those the old men playing chess before like Pixar movies? Was it kind of like that? Like it was unrelated, but it kind of was by the same company?
I think a lot of times with something that you're referencing, I think it had more to do with the company showing off. So if it was Pixar or if it was, I don't know what's one of the other ones that does great 3D, it almost reminds me of something like, remember like Wallace and Gromit?
Oh, yeah.
It
like
reminds
claymation kind of?
Yeah, but it reminded me of that before like you got to a Disney movie. Like
Right.
They showed a bunch of things like that.
Oh,
and
okay.
So with what you're talking about, I think that's kind of where it was closer to. Like the little guy who hops around for Pixar.
Oh, yes.
But they showed a 15-minute blip in front of it to show you how far computer graphics had come at that time.
Interesting. Okay.
Well, I mean, you saw them. What do you think that they were about?
I guess I just thought they were like, not trailers to the movie, but when you go to see... Okay, so if you're going to a show to see a band like the Led Zeppelin and they have the opening acts, that's kind of...
right.
So they're not really related to the band, but...
Sure.
It's kind of like a teaser of something fun before you get to the actual show.
Yeah, and it's weird that you bring that up because all the things that like Pixar or IMAX, or I can't remember what the other ones would be, but anything that Pixar had created, DreamWorks maybe.
Disney? Oh, Disney Pixar. Never mind.
Yeah. They always had those little, what'd you call them again?
Like opening acts or something?
Yeah, before
Teasers?
the movie. Yeah, before the movie started.
Yeah.
But then you never. I mean, you might see them in another Disney movie, but they didn't have their own movies, so it was always very interesting.
Right, like the one that I specifically remember was the little old man playing chess with himself.
Oh,
or like, and you'd see each side of him. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
that's the one I always remember.
Yeah,
Is there
and
one
he
that
was
you
always
remember?
and he was always like breathing out.
Yes. Yes, because it was like quote unquote silent.
Yeah.
There weren't any words. You just watched it.
Right. I think the only ones that I really remember off the top of my head are the Wallace and Gromit ones, because I always thought that those were a lot of fun.
I don't think I remember. I think I remember I know what Wallace and Gromit look like, but I don't remember watching it.
Okay, that's probably because. Just for everybody who's out there, Ashley's a little bit younger than I am. So it might have been something that I had in my movie theater that you might have never seen unless you were looking for it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So Joseph Kosinski created a bunch of different movies, and then also he delved into video games. And so that's how we got here. And
he just does the trailers for video games, not any of the animation or anything.
I think he directed the animation because he was
only in the trailer though.
Correct.
Oh, right.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't that he did anything in the video game. I think it was, what do you think would look fantastic to pull people in to buy this video game?
That makes sense.
And
it's like you need a story. It's all marketing.
Yeah. And there was another video game that he had also done. I didn't write it down, unfortunately, but maybe that's how he got his foot in the door. Because, I mean, you saw it. You know how it looked.
Oh, yeah. It was very impressive.
It's like a cinematic experience with...
Right.
But you might never see that during the game. It's just the hype up to buy the video game.
Oh, you know what I can relate that to now? Those ads that you see when you play games on your phone. And you see the ads,
right.
and then you click onto the thing, and it's a completely different game. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, I've tried to rescue the woman who is shivering in the cold with her kids and her dog.
It's like, should we give her blankets? Should we fix her window? Or should we light the fire?
Should we put more wood in the fire?
Yeah, our kids are starving to death. Do they need food, or are they going to die of hypothermia?
Or the one where the king has to like hit something and stuff starts going down so way the dragon doesn't get him or whatever else it is.
Yes, and then you download it, and the whole game is basically Candy Crush.
Right.
But it looks like you're actually on this adventure, like an adventure game. But you're
like
not.
Adventure Time.
Yes.
Nice. But you never watch Adventure Time.
No, I watched the regular show.
Yeah.
Oh! Stella.
What are their names?
What? I was going to say Mario and Luigi. That's not it. It's Mordecai and Rigby.
Right. And by the way, just as a quick aside, anybody that's out there listening, Ashley came across a fantastic question about Mario and Luigi.
Oh, yeah.
Last week. So why don't you ask those guys that question?
Okay, and I don't know if I heard someone say this or no, I must have heard it somewhere.
No, you heard it somewhere.
I can't remember where I heard it, so I apologize for not giving credit to whoever mentioned this. But they said if it's the Mario brothers, isn't Mario their last name? Like Mario and Luigi Mario. The Mario brothers. Otherwise...
In all honesty, everybody that's out there, I racked my mind. I'm like, she's right. I didn't know what else was I going to say? Yeah, you're 1,000,000% right.
I mean, it's kind of like, say you had a sister named Abigail. It'd be like the Abigail siblings. What?
The Abigail... No, it'd be the
if it
okay,
was
first of all, I'm a
wasn't
guy,
their last
so I
name.
can't have like it's the Mario brothers, right?
Okay, yes.
So it would be the Abigail and Ashley sisters.
No, but it would be but if it was just his first name,
right,
it would be like the Ashley sisters.
No, that's what I'm saying. You said the person's name was Abigail.
Yeah.
And your
so
name
if it
is
was
Ashley.
My sister.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
so
it'd be like
the Abigail sisters.
So, or is it Abigail, and Ashley, Abigail? See, then you don't know.
See? Now you're right up in it. You're right in the controversy.
Exactly. Vote now.
Vote now on what you believe the Mario and Luigi brothers' last name is.
Perfect.
I don't know.
I don't either. That's why we're asking you.
That's right. The platforms that you can currently watch this movie on, just so you guys know, this is an Apple TV Plus original. It was released in movie theaters, but you can watch it for free on Apple TV or in conjunction with Amazon Prime. Now, if you guys don't have either one of those subscriptions, whether it be Apple TV Plus or Amazon Prime Video, you can watch it on YouTube TV, Fandango at Home, or the Google Play Store. However, at the time of this recording, it's $19.99.
What?
That's what it is. I think it's because it's nominated for an Academy Award.
It's already won a few awards, too.
In the Golden Globes?
No, just different awards. Like, okay, I even wrote this down.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you even wrote it down.
I
was hoping that you were oddly going to write it down.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. So for the Critics' Choice Award...
Is that... Who hosts that? Is that like Nickelodeon or something?
I don't know, but it was the winner of the Critics' Choice Award for Best Editing. So that's for Stephen Mirione. I don't know. Mirione?
Okay.
Mirione.
Nice.
And best editing. And then
Okay.
they were winner for best sound in the Critics' Choice Award as well.
Oh,
And
we'll get to
then-
that. We're going to get to that one
And that
later.
wasn't even score. That's
I know.
sound.
I know, but we're still going to get to that too.
And then they won for another best film editing for the Las Vegas Film Critics Society Awards.
Oh, well, I mean, that makes sense because they brought a ton of
'Cause it's
money
Las
into
Vegas.
they filmed in Las Vegas, so they created an award to give to these guys.
Wow.
Because, like, what else? I mean, what movies are filmed in Las Vegas? I mean, I'm sure if you probably went back in time, Hangover 1, 2, and 3, they probably won something for best editing from the Las Vegas Film Review. Because who else is filming movies in Vegas?
Best movie filmed at the penthouse suite with a
Right.
with a
No,
tiger and a
Best editing for animals and sound.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
But this editor, Stephen Mirione,
Okay.
he already won 3 awards for best editing. Already.
Nice.
Isn't that crazy?
You know, I mean, sometimes you just hit that. I mean, not to steal words out of the movie, but sometimes you hit that spot in your life and you just do a really, really good job. I mean, you could have been working at it for 20 years, but in that one moment, everything just aligns and you did an excellent job. So maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. And when I should clarify, when I said, isn't that crazy? I meant like, how cool is that?
Yeah.
Like editing it feels like, I mean, and everyone's seen trailers, like I've mentioned on here, trailers that really suck. You're like, I would never want to go see that movie. And then you see the movie and you're like, that was a great movie. Why did the trailer suck so badly?
Right.
And I guess I
Okay,
know
first
that
of
this
all,
is
we
for the
don't
movie.
first of all, we don't say it sucks so badly. We just say that trailer wouldn't make me want to go see the movie.
That trailer was trash. That was a trash trailer. Just call it white trash trailers.
Oh, okay.
Brought to you by WTT.
Brought to you by we're going to go ahead and have to count that out. But have you ever eaten a possum for dinner? If you have, then you're on the right side of town.
If you've eaten lizards, you're on the left side of town.
Yeah, exactly. You're left out. Got that, that sweet meat on the left side of town. Okay, let's hit it.
So I just thought it was so cool that he won 3 awards in editing.
Yeah. I mean, that's incredible, especially for one specific film.
I agree.
I don't know if he's ever worked on anything else. Did you do a deep dive?
No.
Cool. Listen, if you guys want to do a deep dive, awesome. We can't give you all the information,
Right. And if you're writing this down, it's Stephen, Stephen, Mirione, Mirrione.
Okay.
Just in case you want to look him up, because I probably will forget to put it in the show notes.
I think that's okay. But shout out to him for already winning 3 awards.
I agree.
And being up for some Academy Awards.
Yes.
Hopefully, depending on how it all turns out, maybe he'll get a little bit more recognition during the end of award seasons. I think that's what they call it, right?
I think so.
Awesome. Well, fantastic. You ready to hit hash the show notes? This is the show notes. Here's her notes on the show. She's gonna watch a movie trailer for you, and she's gonna tell you. Okay, this is bad. Okay. What the hell was that?
I like your rendition today. It was very unique.
Yeah. It's because every time when we start the show, I always warm up with Unique New York. Unique New York.
You do?
No.
Oh, I
just
was
thought it
like,
would make you
where?
laugh.
Where are you doing this warm up?
I just thought you might like it.
Well, I'm glad I was honest and didn't go along with it.
Me
Oh,
too.
yes, of course, everyone. He does this every time. No, I was like,
No, we're
I
good.
mean, you could if you wanted to.
I don't think.
Is it necessary? Probably not.
Is it necessary for me to drink my own urine? No, but it's sterile and I like the taste.
Now, if
What
you know
movie is
that,
that
movie,
movie?
I have no clue.
None?
None. Oh,
Okay.
okay. I'll say 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Okay.
Is that not it?
No, that's not it. Okay, but you're on the right track. I'll
Euro
give you
Trip.
2 more. Okay, you know what? You're getting closer. That's another good one.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
No.
Oh.
No. Dodgeball.
Oh, yeah, I think I watched that with you.
You obviously seem super excited about it.
Well,
Anyway,
first of all, I never liked dodgeball. For me, it was the worst sport that we had to play in gym class. You
Okay.
literally have giant kickballs flying at your fucking face. Like, that's so...
No, they're smaller because kickballs were big.
Well,
Those
we
other
used
ones,
to play with kickballs. We played dodgeball with kickballs. People are going to
Oh.
throw things at me? What? Wait.
true.
This is part of class?
Right.
I hated. I would be like the first to get out so I could sit out.
You know what the best part about it though is you are very good at being like
target.
scared of things. So if someone throws something at you, I don't think that they would have been able to hit you if you tried. Because you hate anytime that I'm like, oh, here, Ashley, here's a bag of peanuts. It's like it flies behind your head and explodes on the back wall. I'm like, what is happening? You're like, don't throw things to me. Just hand them to me.
Oh, yes. I get very nervous.
See, so maybe if someone was throwing something at you, you'd immediately like dodge it. Maybe you're the best dodgeballer in the world.
I think I used to get out first like every time.
No, because you just said, if you go back and listen to what you said I intentionally got out first every time because I didn't want it to play the game anymore.
I never wanted to play to begin with.
See?
I guess that's
and
true.
So I'm saying, because you're so good at it, maybe you're the greatest of all time. And you just don't know.
You're right, because I've never played. Maybe I am the best. What about that? Okay, listeners out there, today I want you to think of something that you've never done and think like, wow, you could be the best at that, but you've just never tried.
Right.
And just tell yourself you are. Just for today.
Why not?
It makes life more fun when you just think of weird things.
Yeah. Incredible. Okay.
Oh, it's time for Ashley's take?
It's time for Ashley's take.
Oh.
Or should I do like Mr. Movie Phone?
No, I like that. I like what you did.
Okay.
Okay, so for...
Ashley's take on the F1 trailer.
What are you laughing about?
I'm laughing about IMDb's synopsis because I cannot even tell you. I was like, this is what it is? Okay.
I'm really interested. I made my... Okay. You remember the first time I did Ashley's take? Not the first time. The first time that I actually wrote my quote-unquote synopsis, wink, wink, like a trailer synopsis or whatever. Mm-hmm. This one is like a 15th of that.
Okay. Can I ask you a question really quickly? What was the very first one that you ever remember doing it for? And do you remember what it was?
I think it was Unfrosted.
Which one?
The first one that I wrote as a
trailer. It really
trailer.
took that long? Because I thought you had written down some incredible stuff before that.
Really?
I think so. It's a lot to sit and write your own words about what you're thinking about what a trailer looks like. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a lot. Sometimes I watch a trailer and the only thing I think is, oh, I want to watch that.
Yes. And
I don't think I want to see that.
That's exactly.
Sometimes we'll be watching the same thing and I'll get something completely different out of it than what she does. So...
Yeah, I feel like the previews that we've been watching, I've been understanding more than some of the older ones. I think it's because now I'm actually watching the preview. Before I just kind of watch it and be like, oh, that's what I think it's about. Now I'm actually watching the trailer.
Or there's something else in there too. Maybe the trailers aren't as interesting as they used to be.
Oh.
It's just all a whole thing.
Yeah, because they tell you what the whole thing is about for the most part.
Pretty much.
Anyway,
right.
Okay, I'm going to read you this, and it's very short.
So is the synopsis from IMDb.
Oh, okay.
It's a sentence.
I try not to read any kind of synopsis or anything before I write mine because I don't want to get inspiration from that and accidentally use it. Even if I wasn't intending to, I don't want it to be even in my brain.
Right.
Okay, so here it is. A lone wolf, former F1 driver, learns how to be a team player when he joins a struggling team after 30 years on the sidelines. End of Ashley's take.
I know that you thought oh, well, I don't know how close I could get. Maybe I'm just too... Are you ready?
Uh-huh.
A Formula One driver comes out of retirement to mentor and team up with a younger driver.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's kind of what I just got, that he came out of retirement to drive again. That's literally all I got.
But what's
Wait,
weird
did it
is
say
that-
team player too? Did that one say team player?
No, he just said, well, he said team up with.
Oh, team up with. It sounds like a buddy comedy to me. He got
Well,
he
I mean,
has
I
to
think if
team
you-
up with.
I think if you watch, you watch the trailer, I don't think it looks like a buddy comedy.
No, it doesn't. It's true. It was pretty close.
You did an excellent job.
So did you.
I don't know how you came up with the 30 years, though. Did it say that in there?
I think it said it.
Okay.
Otherwise, how would I know?
I don't know. That's the reason why I was asking.
Well, and I also said team player because she said, you think... I have no idea what kind of accent this is.
I thought you've been a fucking team player, have you?
No, she had an Irish accent.
I know.
But I can't do an Irish accent, so I'll just say it in an American accent.
Go for it.
She basically
American accent?
Yes. At the beginning, it's his love interest of the movie.
Mm-hmm. Why? People don't know that yet.
I mean, if you
watch the preview, do you know that's his love interest?
I mean, it's kind of predictable.
Okay. You never knew that.
Okay.
Come on.
So at the beginning of the trailer, there's a woman, and she says, "Oh, so you're a lone wolf. Oh, you're an old cowboy or something because he's a rebel without a cause."
Oh, right.
And she said, "You can't work as an individual. You have to work as a team player because that's how F1's always been."
Is that true, though?
Yeah, she says something like that.
Oh, wow.
And then the kid says exactly the line that I missed when he said it in the movie. "Oh, I'm so glad they're giving jobs to the elderly."
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot going on in that trailer, and there's a lot going on in this movie. Do you want to dive into some facts?
Yes.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to cut you off for just a second because this movie is actually really near and dear to our hearts.
Oh, okay.
So, I have some movie facts just for you, but I have a couple of side movie facts as well that you were a part of and isn't something that we would ever mention.
Ooh, okay.
Okay. So, early on in January of 2024, Ashley and I were flying to Florida to see her parents.
Yes.
And on our plane, randomly enough, we had no idea what the name of the movie was going to be. We didn't know anything. But what we did know was that there was a person that was sitting in the row directly in front of us that was reading the script that turned out to be this movie. And they were flying down to go down to Daytona.
Yeah.
And the reason why we know that is because when we were at Ashley's parents' house, they actually had on the TV all these different kinds of things.
Oh, for the news.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only reason we knew is because the news was on. It was like the morning news, the local news.
Right.
And it said, "Oh, and now they're filming F1, the
No,
movie
they
with
didn't know
Brad
it.
Pitt."
No,
Didn't they say that?
They said Brad Pitt was in town filming a movie at the Daytona Speedway or Speed Track.
Oh, yeah.
They didn't know what the name of the movie was because that's going to be another fact coming up later because nobody knew what the name of the movie was until it almost got done.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me.
Of course. No.
No,
No,
I
no,
just wanted
just-
to make sure that they're not getting the wrong information.
Oh, yeah. No, so we actually got to sit behind this person and see the script. We got to see the layout of the Daytona Speedway where they were going to put everyone's trailers, their cars, and all these different kinds of things. And I thought,
And
wow,
like craft
that is
services and stuff.
Yeah, and I was like, man, that is so cool.
Yeah.
And we never asked the person's name. We don't know anything about it. It was just fun to because
See someone working in like an awesome industry like the movies. Like how cool.
Absolutely.
It's so cool.
It's and it wasn't for anyone showing off, and
No,
maybe
no.
somebody else behind them wouldn't have cared.
Mm-hmm.
But because I love movies so much, I thought, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I think that's really neat.
Yeah.
And so that was the first part. But then the second part was later on in that same year in November, myself and one of my coworkers went to Las Vegas, and they were filming in the Las Vegas Speedway portion where they were racing the F1 cars, for the actual F1 series.
Mm-hmm.
They were filming this movie on the track, and we got to see like all the people come out and like pretend like there was a fire with a car, and that's what happens in this movie as well.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So those are my 2 small movie facts.
Okay. What's your first?
Well, my first movie fact actually goes back to one of the things that you just said. The movie was supposed to be titled Apex.
Oh, okay.
But then it turned into F1. Additionally, the colors of the Apex car are the official colors of the University of Missouri. So black and gold. So the reason why the cars were painted that color is because Brad Pitt went to the University of Missouri and quit 2 weeks before he was supposed to graduate to come out to Hollywood for an audition, and then he started acting in Hollywood. But he was a journalism major at the University of Missouri, and so that's the reason why they chose the colors for the car.
That is so interesting. Can you believe it? And this kind of reminds me of our conversation earlier. Maybe you're really great at something that, like, you have a plan B and you're probably in it. Plan B, plan C, plan D. Like, why don't you go for plan A? Like, if you're really interested in doing something, why not try it?
I mean, 2 weeks away, and then you just don't finish up, but then it turns out to be the best decision of your life. I mean,
you know, everyone in his life was like, you're an idiot. Don't do this. This is
Right.
so stupid.
right.
But he trusted himself enough to do this. And look where he is now.
Yeah. One of the highest grossing actors with one of the best catalogs in Hollywood
Yeah.
as far as movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes maybe that's what this whole thing is about.
Yeah.
Sometimes taking a shot on yourself.
Yeah, take a shot on yourself.
There you go. Well, I don't think I could pull it off.
Yeah, you could.
I'm not flexible enough to drink a shot out of my belly button.
Oh, yeah,
Hey
that's a
now.
little much. Okay, so I have a few different movie facts, but I didn't deep dive into any of them.
Okay.
So I'll just kind of run them off because they're in bullet points.
Okay.
The movie F1 set out to be the most authentic racing movie ever made, and they wanted to avoid fake driving and heavy CGI. The actors actually drove the cars at extreme speeds rather than using trailers or green screens. Lewis Hamilton is an actual driver, and he was deeply involved as a consultant from actor training to post-production edits. And he's an actual F1 driver.
Yeah, and he's in the movie too.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There were new ultralight film quality cockpit cameras, custom built for the race cars. By the end of filming, Brad Pitt was within seconds of a professional Formula 2 lap time.
Wow.
He drove the car.
Yeah.
And they said Formula 1 granted unprecedented access, allowing filming during real Grand Prix weekends, which they never had before. No one's ever made a movie or had that kind of access before.
It's so funny because there's going to be something that I bring up later, but it really did remind me of Days of Thunder. So to hear something like that, I'm like, man, with nothing there, it's very interesting. Like the unprecedented access.
Oh, right.
Because in Days of Thunder, I know it wasn't F1, it was NASCAR. But at the same point in time, I just thought like, oh, wow, the way that they shot it might be something like that. But there you go.
So interesting.
I think so.
And let's see. Oh, the fictional team's garage was so accurate that Lewis Hamilton, who we mentioned earlier, who was an actual driver and producer, he said it was better than his real one at home, or his real garage.
Okay, I can see that, but doesn't that kind of throw his team under the bus? Like he's like a real driver, and he's kind of like throwing his team under the bus.
Yeah, how rude. Maybe I was just thinking because they probably had a bigger budget.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
When we were hearing some of the stuff that goes on with those cars, and them replacing the noses of the cars for like $200,000 or something like that, I think there's enough money. But maybe he meant it as like a compliment to the people, the set designers.
I think that's what he meant.
Okay.
He was like, they did it so well. It was better than my garage. I don't know. Maybe
like I said, maybe it's just a compliment to them.
That's true.
Because I think that would be a really disheartening thing to hear if you were on a squad and thought that a bunch of people who don't work in the industry came in and did something better than you can.
Right.
It might make you feel a little bit bad.
Yeah. Okay, so those were my first, like, little tiny random ones.
Oh, nice. My second fact is that even though he wasn't a director on this, Jerry Bruckheimer, who did a lot on Top Gun Maverick, he also helped out all the different drivers with the cameras that were inside the car. So in Top Gun Maverick, there was no way for a camera crew to be inside of the cockpit. So they put the cameras inside of the aircraft, and then they taught the actors how to move it around. So that way it could capture all the different things that they were seeing and feeling.
And they had to drive the car?
No. So they were never in flying. There was somebody that was in front of them. Yeah. So they would be in the back, but somebody else would be flying the actual aircraft.
Are you kidding?
No.
That makes so much more sense. I thought he always did his own stunts.
Well, I mean, yes, you can do your own stunts, but you can't fly like a military aircraft. Like, they're not just going to give that out to someone.
What? I literally thought that, like, that encompassed his stunts. What do they mean by stunts, then?
Well, I mean, he was in there, and he flew a lot of this stuff. Because he can fly, I think they said that he's qualified to fly, like, 37 aircraft. But they're not going to give a person, like, an F-16. Like, they're not just going to be like, oh, yeah, you have no military training. Just go ahead and jump in this thing and take off. That's not what happens.
That's so much smarter.
Yeah. So and you think, like, Miles Teller could fly an F-16 or any, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he's a great actor.
That's
and
so true.
He's up there, but it's like there's no way he's going to fly that
That's like
thing.
a special skill. That's not just a stunt.
Right.
Yeah.
So they did.
Wait, okay. I'm so sorry. The reason I asked is because Brad Pitt, it said in one of my facts that he was within seconds of Formula 2 times. Like, what does that mean? That means driving the car?
Yeah.
Wait, but Tom Cruise wasn't flying a plane.
Okay. First of all, think about those two different things.
I understand that they're different, but
I mean,
driving a car that fast with other people around the track?
Yeah, but at the same point in time, you can drive a car. I mean, look at Tim.
Okay, how fast are they going?
Look at, like 260 miles an hour, maybe. I don't know.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
Yeah, but at the same point, he might just be going around on a track, like in a circle. And that's a little bit easier. I don't know if he was driving it on like the actual stuff. Who knows? Be that as it may. Driving a car, I would think, is a tiny bit easier than flying like a military aircraft.
I agree with you. And also thinking about it, it said Brad Pitt was within seconds of professional Formula 2 race times or lap times.
Yes.
And then I thought, oh, well, everything can be measured in seconds. It could be 8,528 seconds.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
you're like,
he was always
he was
within
15
seconds.
minutes behind.
He was always within seconds.
Yeah. Got you.
Interesting.
So that's my second fact.
Oh, nice. I have one more that's not really a fact, but they spent $250 million on this movie and then another $100 million in marketing and advertising.
Okay.
And then they grossed over $600 million globally, becoming Apple's highest grossing theatrical release.
Oh, cool. Nice. Well, I mean, the one thing that I always worry about is if Apple has enough money. So I'm glad that they nailed it with this one.
Exactly. Okay. I forgot that I had a more in-depth fact that I'll say. It's just we're good. Hold on. Okay. The film grossed $631.8 million worldwide, becoming the 9th highest grossing film of 2025. It's the highest grossing auto racing film of all time. It's the highest grossing film by Apple Studios and the highest grossing film of Brad Pitt's career.
Nice. Of his career?
Yes.
Well, that's not technically true.
Why?
Because Deadpool, either 1 or 2, he had a cameo, but he wasn't in it for that long.
Oh my gosh. That is so smart. That is very smart. I didn't even think about something like that. That's incredible.
Because he was supposed to be the Invisible Man, and when he jumped out of the airplane, he actually like landed on a sign and like got zapped up. So you never actually saw him, but he got the credit for it because he did it. And so
what do you mean he did it?
Like
he said the words?
No. I mean, he might have had like a little bit of dialogue, and then he was also the person that got zapped on the sign.
How long was he in the movie?
Maybe 35 seconds.
Oh.
Or maybe like a minute and a half or something.
Oh, okay.
But hey, he was in it. So that is his highest grossing movie. See? They try to get you on all the stuff.
Exactly. Okay, so now for the F1 movie review. We'll start off with story as we usually do.
Oh, nice. Ashley Seuss.
I think my emotions at first, my first emotion was confusion. Number 1, because I don't know anything about racing cars. 2, I don't know anything about racing anything. 3, I didn't know that F1 was different than NASCAR. 4, I have no idea what these races are, how many drivers to a car, or anything. Like, I literally had no idea walking into this movie. And they discussed Sonny's background after 30 minutes, but I wish they said it at the beginning so we knew more about him before.
Yeah.
For instance, for the first race, we see him saying, oh, it's a one and done race to whoever was hosting that. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was, he woke up and then went and raced.
Yes.
And then the team that he was on won.
Yes.
So then the team manager basically was asking him to come back and race some more. And he said, no, thank you.
Yes. And you know what that scene reminded me of? And I don't know why. Maybe you can help me, or maybe this is just crazy off the wall. That scene reminded me of something in Roadhouse.
I can,
I don't know
randomly, why. It's not that anything that was said in that scene makes any sense, but for me, when you mention that, it reminds me of like, I think the guy's name is Dalton. He basically was like, oh yeah, I'm leaving for the night, or I'm going away.
Yes.
Goodbye. Like, and people were like, oh, well, don't you want to do this? Don't you want to do that? And he's like, no, I'm cool.
Yeah, like one and done.
Yeah.
But I didn't know he meant one and done with a team, because I didn't know how teams worked. Like, I don't know any of these things. So I thought it was like that was the only race he'd ever driven. And then they said, oh no, I'm never going to race again. So I was like, what the is going on? I know nothing about this guy.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. And then it's like there were 4 drivers to a team.
Well, that's only for the first. That's only for the first part of the movie,
Right.
and
So
then there
anyway,
was
I was
2
confused.
drivers to a team.
Oh. So anyway, I was very confused about that.
Yeah.
But I think the story was very predictable. I think it was incredibly predictable, and the story reminded me of Top Gun Maverick. So if you've ever seen Top Gun Maverick, you've seen this movie before. I mean, the plot was almost identical.
I don't know about almost identical, but yeah,
Okay,
there's a lot of similarities.
This is what I wrote.
Okay.
Where a veteran mentor who has been out of the game for a while finds himself training a talented but incompatible rookie, and they both learn something about each other along the way, or learn something from each other along the way.
Okay.
Like, that's the same story.
I completely agree.
Oh. I was going to elaborate, but I think I've
Please,
talked
go
too
ahead.
much.
No, go ahead.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Okay, this is for the spoiler edition.
Okay.
So, in both, I have AI help me.
This is F1 in Top Gun.
F1 and Top Gun Maverick.
Okay.
So there's one character, the reluctant veteran mentor, who is Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt.
Okay.
He's an aging, quote, rebellious, quote, high-skilled professional brought back to teach a new generation. Okay, then we have the rookie conflict. The mentor must train a confident younger prodigy who initially clashes with them before finding mutual respect.
That's the only one that I would say you're exactly right in F1. In Top Gun Maverick, the only difference would be it's not like one person. It's like the whole team. He has to win over all of them.
Yeah, but wasn't it like Goose's son?
That isn't necessarily who is the best skilled. It was more like the Hangman was the best skilled, but he just didn't work that well as a team in that movie. But he was trying to win over everyone because he wanted them all to come home safely.
Oh, okay.
That would be the only difference.
Okay.
I think you're right, but yeah, that would be the only difference.
Okay, I'm not done. Is that all right if I keep talking?
Sure.
Okay. The tragic past / guilt. Both protagonists are haunted by past failures, Maverick by Goose's death and Sonny by a devastating career-ending crash. The mission goal. The plot focuses on preparing a team for a seemingly impossible high-stakes final goal, a bombing mission versus winning a Formula One race. The, quote, unnecessary hero. The mentor is told they are obsolete only to prove their worth by ultimately driving / flying in the final critical sequence.
I think it's actually, I think in that specific one, it's actually reverse. Brad Pitt never thought he was obsolete. He just didn't care and he didn't want to do it.
No. The mentor is told they're obsolete. It doesn't say he believes it.
Right. Okay. What is that? ChatGPT?
Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense. That doesn't sound like anything you would say.
No. It was Google AI. The AI at the top of Google.
Gemini?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yes, it was that. So basically, I think the story and the plot and the characters were more like an afterthought. Based on everything else about the movie, I think the story was the last one on the list. It was the last KPI.
Okay. Well, I think I'm pretty close to where you're leaning towards. I wrote something down, so I'm going to read that instead of just trying to fly off the cuff. I know this film is up for Best Picture of the Year, but that may be an Apple influence. I don't know if that's okay for me to say, but I'm going to say it anyway. If you've seen Ford versus Ferrari, Gone in 60 Seconds, Gran Turismo, etc., you've seen this movie. Quote-unquote, never was, has to come in and save the day for a younger generation that learns a lesson at the end. It's just another banal piece of cinematography. End of my story synopsis.
So you thought the same thing. It was kind of predictable.
Yeah, I think I've seen this movie 100 times in different formats. not to say that it was anything bad. It's just, it reminds me of the movies that I mentioned before, like Gone in 60 Seconds or Gran Turismo, or, you know, It's All About Family, Fast and the Furious. I guess the most recent one would have been Ford versus Ferrari, but all those movies are kind of the same. Not to say that it's something bad, because we always want to see somebody overcome odds and do that kind of stuff, but I guess for me, it's just a movie that I've seen before in a faster vehicle, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did you think about the acting in it?
I think the performances were okay. So I understand that they were nominated for Best Picture, but I don't think it was for the actors. And I'm not saying it's because the actors did a bad job. I just don't think the story was like interesting enough. So the awards make it like the cinematography and choreography and stuff were more important, I feel like, to the director than the story and the characters.
Yeah.
So it's not that no one did a bad job. I just don't think the characters were very like emotionally interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's an interesting thought that you bring up, because I was kind of leaning towards the same way in my acting category. But it is very interesting that a movie could be up for Best Picture, but then nobody in the movie is nominated for acting.
Right.
Unless I'm mistaken. I don't think that I saw anything. So it is like, that's a little bit strange.
I agree.
So then it leans on what you're talking about, which we'll get into the next category with directing and, visuals and writing and dialogue. It's like, yeah, it's not that Brad Pitt is now pigeonholed into doing something different. It's like he's not the person that he was in, like, Fight Club or Meet Joe Black or Legends of the Fall. He's now kind of like, I guess a more modern version would be Mr. and Mrs. Smith, but he's now kind of like the guy who just looks at you and gives a piece of feedback, and that's supposed to be the whole like scene. So there was a scene in it where he was, and I don't think this is going to give anything away, people were asking him questions about his past. And so he said, yeah.
Oh, yeah, at the press conference?
Right. And it's like, and it almost seemed like that was his whole
shtick
throughout, shtick, or like his whole character throughout the entire movie, except for you got one like real moment at the almost towards the end of the movie. And so for me, that's why.
Can you tell for the extended version or no?
What part was it? Sure, I can. He was talking about when he got into the accident and how he's supposed to be the next best driver. Okay. And he said, I got in this bad car accident, so I left driving. And he was like, and it almost wasn't that it was the titles or the money or the fame. It was more about finding that one moment in the car.
Oh, right. Okay.
And so that was the first real moment. And even when we were first watching the movie, it was just like, oh, here's this guy. And they just kind of throw him in there.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden the guy's watching his video on YouTube and it's explaining who he is. And you're like, we should have known this from the beginning. What happened?
That's what I was saying in First Story too. It's like, we didn't, I don't know. It's not that Brad Pitt was a bad actor. I just don't know about him for this role. It was just a weird role.
Yeah, and I wouldn't say that Brad Pitt is a bad actor, because I've seen him in so many things that he's been good in. But you're right. I think that there should have been, so in one of the movies that I talked about in Story, Gran Turismo, David Harbour is kind of like the guy who never got there and is teaching this kid all these things. And it's like, well, that's a really well-placed actor in a great role. And I feel like this is like trying to put what do they say? Like a square peg in a round hole. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Same with Tom Cruise for like Reacher.
Right.
It's the same thing. It's not that he did a bad job. It's just that wasn't the character.
Right.
It just kind of felt like that with Brad Pitt.
Yeah, and it, like I said, he's an incredible actor in so many different things. It's just for this movie, I don't know if it was the right role, kind of like what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, and I think that kind of leads me into writing and dialogue too, because I mean, there's some like little tiny nuggets of stuff in there, like, oh, that's a Sonny saying, right? Like, to have to win, you have to lose, or something
right.
like that. And there's like little tiny pieces of that throughout. And even with that monologue that we were just talking about, I thought, wow, that's really well written and really well acted. But I wish there was more moments like that.
Yeah.
Throughout. It just seemed like this clash of titans back and forth, and there wasn't a whole lot going one way or the other. Like Javier Bardem, incredible actor.
Yeah.
But he was limited to so many different like tiny scenes when he does so much. I mean, even the moment where they're looking at each other, and this isn't going to give anything away, but there's a moment in the movie where they're looking at each other and you can feel the emotion between the two of them. And it's like, well, I mean, if you have that without them saying anything, then just imagine what you could have written to just pump up that kind of, relationship, because they do have a lot of on-screen like camaraderie.
Yeah.
So
you could feel the emotion like between them, but it felt more like the actors giving that emotion to the character. It's like whoever decided that this was going to be the screenplay was kind of like, oh, yeah. I mean, we're making a movie about cars. We're making an F1 movie where, the cameras are going to be on the cars. And it's going to be so fucking good,
Yeah.
It's going to be like F1, this, and we're going to go to this track and this track.
Right.
And then they're like, so what's the story? And they're like, I don't know. Just like pull something like Top Gun.
Yeah, we'll throw $450 million at it. We'll get it made.
Right. It's like you spent so much money, which also brings me down to visuals. I'll mention that later.
Oh, yeah.
But
no, it's just to your point, you said it earlier, they had such an all-star cast and they had all these people that were in it, and they're all really good actors. And it just kind of felt like, and they spent a ton of money.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it just kind of let them down because it felt like there was so much more in the story.
Yeah.
But we never got around to it.
I agree. Also, I wrote down that there was a part that didn't make sense to me based on the actual script writing.
Okay.
So it said this is what happened. When Sonny, Brad Pitt's character, meets Joshua Pierce, the young driver, he refers to him as JP. Like, oh, I'm going to do JP something, whatever.
Yeah.
And Joshua, JP, says, who's JP? Like, that kid was not an idiot. Who's JP? Like, that's your fucking initials. That's so stupid.
Well,
I don't think
right,
that kid would ever say, it was so real.
Yeah, it's not that I get where you're coming from, and that's honestly incredibly funny. But if you've never been called that before, it could be a situation where you're like kind of taken aback. Like, who is he talking about? Like if somebody you'd never met before, somebody just walked in and said, "Hey, what's up, AI?" You'd be like, your brain would kind of short circuit a little bit.
Unless they said AB.
Right, but did anyone ever call you AI?
No.
Right, so if somebody came in the room and called you AI.
But if they called me AB now.
Right, now it's...
Oh, does JP stand for something different other than his name?
No.
Oh,
but I'm just saying, it's so funny to me. You're like, you keep arguing with me. You're arguing with me about this whole thing. All I said is like AI, and you're like, oh yeah, but because we're married, I would be confused because it's AI, not AB, because that's my real name.
Oh
right?
My
I
gosh.
get it. And so I'm like,
that's exactly what I said.
I know. And then you were like, oh no, this, that, and I'm like, no. If so, fine, whatever. All I'm saying is, if somebody rolled through there and called you by a nickname that you had never had in your entire life, you would also be confused. And I think that that's what's funny about it.
Okay, that's true. I mean, he read my mind because I was like, who's JP? And then when he said it, I was like, he's an idiot.
But you said that that was a bad part of the writing.
Yeah, because his character should know.
Oh.
What if someone came in and said, oh, yeah, I don't know, test my scores against BB over here?
I mean,
Who's
I
BB?
guess...
You would know. You know what I mean?
What do you mean? So he should know or he shouldn't know?
He should know.
Okay, but if he's never heard it before, if no one's ever called him that.
But just out of or in context.
Yeah.
Wouldn't he know? Because he's basically saying,
Wasn't it? What if
my score or test my times against JP's times? No one else in that room was driving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he
could have said XYZ's whatever, and he should get it.
All right.
No? Oh, well, that's fine.
I mean, I get what you're... That's a really good point. I get where you're coming from. I just think that that wasn't the worst thing that was written in that movie.
That's true. That's true. I would agree with you.
Yeah, but...
You know what the worst thing was?
Oh, no. I can't... What?
In visuals. Can I move on to visuals?
Oh. I thought you were going to say, you know what the worst thing was? Because I was like, oh, that wasn't the worst thing written in the movie. And you said, yeah, you know what it was? Visuals. Like, huh? What?
You're right. Do you have any other examples?
No, I don't.
Of better, worse things in the...
No. You know, they tried as best as they could.
Yeah.
But they fell a little bit short.
I would agree.
So for direction and visuals, having those cameras in the actual cockpits of the car and having that feeling, it was incredible. Seeing how close people were to one another and the choreography that had to go into those cars going up and down the track and being so close to one another, even though maybe they weren't going 250 miles an hour, it still made you feel like you were right there.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, I just really enjoyed that portion of it because it did make me feel like Top Gun Maverick, where you're like you're in that seat with that person. I mean, there's so many times now with AI and all the different kinds of things that are out there where you can feel like you're a little bit detached from the movie, almost like you're playing a video game. But I think that they did an incredible job in this and a couple of other movies that we've mentioned previously, doing a great job of bringing the audience into the action.
I agree.
So I think the direction and visuals for me were really the highlights. And maybe that's the reason why they have, they've gotten nominated for those Academy Awards.
I agree. And I think the cinematography, the visuals, it was so cool, like seeing the track. Like from the driver's point of view, it kind of felt like one of those driving games in an arcade.
Oh, yeah.
And, I really liked being able to see behind the scenes of the tracks and also the training center. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, which is real, by the way.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah, it was the McLaren testing facility or test track.
Wow.
I don't know where it was at, but I had to look that up, almost like a couple of other movies that we've seen where people go into these massive complexes. I'm like, are these real? And so I had to look that up because it's a beautiful setup. Shout out to McLaren. If you guys ever want to send us a free car, I know we can't get it, but that's okay. If you ever want to, we'll take it.
But then we'll have to pay the taxes on it.
Well, yeah, we'll pay the taxes and immediately sell it. I mean, you could send us McLaren keychains.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, to see those kinds of things, to incorporate them into the movie is pretty incredible.
I agree. And my favorite part was when Brad Pitt's character was driving close to the end and it kind of got silent.
Oh, yeah.
That was really cool. I really like that.
Yeah. Anybody that's out there, Ashley hasn't seen it, but anybody that's out there, if you've ever seen Ford versus Ferrari, it's the moment in the film where Christian Bale has the perfect lap. He basically hit everything at the exact right time, downshifted, upshifted, put on the brakes, and he had the perfect lap. They kind of recreate that in F1, and it's a beautiful moment. And I don't know if that was CGI or not, but it was really, really cool seeing that.
That kind of reminds me of what they were doing with like the pit crew.
Right.
Seeing them all work together so quickly and so like manually.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a machine or anything. It was just these human beings taking this shit off the car and like putting new wheels on. It was really cool.
Exactly.
The choreography just in the pit crew or just within the pit crew was crazy. It was so cool.
Incredible. Now, there's something that you think just kind of threw a wrench in the movie.
Yes.
Well, I know there's something that you said during the movie. Do you want me to say it?
Yes.
Okay. You said the makeup was terrible. The kid didn't have like burns on his hands or something that.
No, that's a good one. I didn't even write that. No, it wasn't that the makeup was terrible. It was that the makeup was lacking. There wasn't any.
Yeah, so that's the reason.
It's not that it was terrible. It's that no one did it.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it just like wasn't done.
Yeah, the kid's hand wasn't burned at all or something.
Yeah, they were wrapping it after, and it wasn't burned. And before, he just had like a blue translucent glove on it, and then wrapped his forearm. And it's like, What do you have a blue glove on there for?
Yeah, I think that they have to put something on your arms. So that way it shows the progress of you progressing. So like if you were in Rocky and you got beat up and your arms were in casts, oh, I can't like punch anymore. But then they cut your casts off and then your arms get stronger.
Yes.
I feel like it's something like that. Something that's like super random. Like a blue glove or like, because then he stopped pressing the buttons because it was hurting his hand so much. I think you're going to have to cut all this out. But anyway, he was pressing the buttons and his hands were hurting because his hands had burns on them.
Oh, okay. No, that's not what my worst one was, though.
Oh, okay.
It was the CGI fireworks at the end.
Weren't those real?
No. So I said
And I just want to make sure you looked this up.
Yes.
And it wasn't the Abu Dhabi, like, 4th of July fireworks
It
thing?
was at Abu Dhabi.
Okay. Now you can start reading because now you know everything. So then I'm good. I'm just chilling.
Oh, okay. So it was at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, and it was the final scene, so this is a spoiler. The fireworks were CGI, and I found other reviewers that mentioned something like that, and like a couple articles. That's how I found out that it was CGI, because a range of sources were talking about it.
Okay.
So looking at it, it just did not match the scene. It must have been the lighting. It was so bad. And I just think after seeing that at the end of the movie, it just made the whole movie cheap. It did a really huge disservice to the entire movie. I mean, the fact that they're so worried about making sure this is so accurate and the cinematography is on the cars and they're doing this, but then you're going to cheap out on CGI fireworks at the end.
Interesting.
I have a photo too here, so I can show you.
Oh, okay. I have no idea what she's about ready to show me. Okay.
It's bad.
I mean,
it just takes away from the whole movie. Like, don't put any fireworks. Or film it when they actually had fireworks. You know what I mean?
Well, I think, okay, I get where you're coming from. So I will say with direction and visuals, I thought that we already talked about how awesome the inside of the cockpits were for the cars and how they were able to utilize those cameras, and seeing all of that different, choreography between those vehicles was insane.
Oh my gosh, they did such a great job. It was so cool.
So what did you think about the movie? Overall.
Overall, I gave F1 a 2.6.
Okay.
Now, the reason I gave it a 2.6 is because I think overall it was good. I can appreciate the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I prefer movies that have more storyline, like more emotional or something that you think about after you watch. And this one just felt very superficial to me.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way, just in a way that I'm not usually. It's just not my jam.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, so it was very intriguing to watch. So I definitely enjoyed watching it. I don't know if, I don't think I'd watch it again.
Okay.
So that's what I said.
There you go. Well, I'm not going to be too much further off from you, but I'm going to put it in a different kind of context, the reason why I gave it the score that I did. So I rated it as a 3.27.
Okay.
And the reason why I did that is because I love the visuals in it and I love the racing in it. And for me, and I don't know if anybody else out there is like this, I like having movies on the background when I do things. So no hate to The Magnificent Seven starring Denzel Washington. I love to have that movie on in the background because there's just some scenes that I like to see, but I don't need to pay attention to all of it.
That is the perfect movie to have on in the background because you do not need to know about the story. I mean, you got the basic idea. The story is like nothing super exciting. It's the visuals, it's the cinematography, it's the racing, it's the feeling.
And that's why I said I really didn't understand why it was up for Best Picture.
Yeah.
But I can understand why it was up for Best Visuals, Best Editing, and Best Sound.
I agree.
Because it really does it immerses you in that feeling. So no hate to anybody who acted in this movie and no hate to anybody who directed it.
No, not at all.
I wouldn't watch it again in its entirety, but I will have it on in the background if I'm cleaning the house or working on a project or something like that, because I can just look up and see the scenes that I want to see.
Right. I would say it's more of a visual movie.
And that's the reason why I understood why it was up for an Academy Award for those categories.
Right. I agree.
But not for Best Picture, because I don't get that.
I don't either. And there were a couple songs that just felt odd where they were placed. Yeah. But I don't know.
I know Hans Zimmer was a part of this.
Yeah, he composed a lot of the epic soundtrack.
Yeah, but there was a lot of portions that were in there that you were kind of like, well, this doesn't really fit with what's happening.
Yeah, it just seemed odd.
Yeah. So that's where I rated it.
Yeah. I'd recommend F1 to people who like racing Formula One. Is that how you'd say it?
Yeah.
I would recommend it to people who love Brad Pitt.
Oh, yeah.
I would recommend it to people who are really into visuals and cinematography over storylines.
Over storylines? Okay.
Not for the emotional investment, just for the visuals and action.
There you go.
And also, I don't think I'd recommend it to people who are not interested in car racing.
Yeah. I mean, that's a huge portion of this movie. So if you do not like car racing at all, like for whatever reason, this is not the movie for you. We would rate it as a 0 because that's the only redeeming quality about the movie.
Yeah.
Not only, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't going for best story, best screenplay. Maybe not.
No. But there we are. Well, I appreciate your review.
Okay.
Would you like to hear a 1-star review?
Absolutely.
Okay. Here is a 1-star review. This film was terrible. Another Bruckheimer Top Gun remake. Put the actors in cars instead of jets, and you get the gist of this movie. The love interest relationship was completely unnecessary and insipid. Javier Bardem must have owed a favor to someone. His character was contrived and unbelievably overacted. Brad Pitt delivered his one-dimensional take that comes up flat most of the time. Not worth 10 minutes of time, let alone the 2 hours of horrible script. End of review.
I don't disagree. It was a bit harsh, but I don't disagree on their findings.
Oh, okay. You're not going against the scientific process here?
Exactly.
I see.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit harsh, but
I understand.
Some mildly valid points.
Correct. I agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so my 1-star review is abysmal.
Oh, is that it?
That was the title. Okay. This explains Lewis Hamilton's dismal inaugural year with Ferrari. Karma! Karma for helping to birth this stink bomb into the world. How could a film with Brad Pitt and Xavier Bardem and produced by a 7 times F1 world champion be this bad? Honest to God, it's patronizingly simplistic and factually incorrect on so many levels. And Martin Brundle, what the hell were you thinking contributing to this nonsense? You should have known better. And the script. OMG, the script! Asterisk. Weeps with head in hands and asterisk. They thought that by taking the odd pot shot at Sonny's age, 60 plus, we'd forget the stringent physical tests he'd have undertaken and failed. A few push-ups in an Airbnb bedroom just ain't gonna cut that mustard. I'm almost done. The whole thing was just an insult to our intelligence. A vanity project for Brad, I guess. Which, if true, disappoints me. We didn't even make it halfway through the film. It was that bad, and would rather tattoo our eyeballs than relent and watch the ending. What a waste, and what an insulting poor product to offer devoted global F1 fans. End of review.
I mean, it sounds like that person is a huge F1 fan. I mean, they were name dropping left and right, and I don't know anything about the sport, so apologies to anybody out there that does.
I agree.
It just seemed really harsh.
Yeah, it seems incredibly harsh, and also it's kind of like, if you're spending $350 million on a budget, like, you should probably make it as accurate to F1 as possible. But then the other guy who's a driver said it was, well, he said the garage was accurate.
Well, no, the guy who was in there was part of the producers, and so that's who he mentioned at the very beginning of it, and said he's a 7-time world champion. And so I think this comes out, and this is just in sports in general, not to throw that guy under the bus, right? But somebody is always a better quarterback than the best quarterback that's ever lived.
Yes.
I never would have thrown that. I know better than this person.
Yeah,
oh, this guy should have cut left instead of cutting right. And it's like, bro, if you got off the couch and tried to cut with a football in your hand and a 350-pound man that's about ready to jump on top of you, you probably blow out both of your ACLs and be done for the rest of your life. And so they want to take pot shots on people trying to represent something that really is almost an homage to that. I mean, it was beautiful to see what they were racing and what they were driving, and it could inspire people to start looking into it or following it a little bit more.
Yeah.
But they're like so focused on the negative aspect of, I can't even remember the person's name you said. Oh, I can't believe you would give credence to this movie.
Oh, Martin Brundle.
Yeah, I don't know who that person is.
I'll look this up.
Okay.
I didn't.
It's like, I know that he threw the other guy under the bus already, the guy who's the producer and the 5-time world champion or 7-time world champion, but he's throwing that guy under the bus too. I don't even know who that is.
Okay, so Martin John Brundle is a British former racing driver and broadcaster who competed in Formula One from 1984 to 1996.
Okay. And does he have a cameo in this movie? I mean, the guy throws him right under the bus in his review. And it's like, I mean, that's like me telling you that Todd Light was in a movie. You'd be like, who? And I'm like, oh, he used to He used to be an offensive lineman for the New England Patriots. And you're like, how in the world is anyone going to know that?
Right.
And so it's like, I understand his frustration with the movie, but at a certain point, you have to understand that people try to get a younger audience or reach a different audience than anybody else. Because what you're doing right now, like, I have no idea anything about F1. Do you?
No. I mean, I didn't even know that drivers had their own cars.
Right. I mean,
I thought they all shared the car. Like,
right.
I didn't
know.
know.
They do that in some of the races, but that's something completely different. But yeah, it's like when Jeremy and I were up in Vegas and seeing these people. I mean, it's an international deal. But I don't know anything about it, and maybe this is the movie that brings me into starting to follow up on it, you know?
Yeah.
Or start following it in any way. And for someone to be like, I can't believe you lent your name to this. It's like, well, I get that maybe you don't agree that the movie was the best, but maybe it's going to attract a younger generation of people to follow the sport.
I agree, and that's probably what they did it for. Martin Brundle plays a vital role in the 2025 F1 movie, providing expert commentary alongside David Croft to ensure technical authenticity.
Was he an actor in the movie?
No. He's the one that I just read. He was an F1 racer from 1984 to 1996.
I just didn't know if he had a cameo in the movie. So the guy...
No, he's a consultant.
So the guy was really just yelling at a consultant in his review?
Yeah, a racing consultant, because he's like won a bunch of things, you know? He's really good, and so they hired him as a consultant to make sure that F1 was as accurate as possible. And then this idiot thinks that
that's the whole thing. It's
right.
Like you're
like, who are you?
You are
How do you know better than this guy?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I thought he might have had a cameo, or maybe he was the guy that had the kids that were nice.
Oh, like, you mean like because they like looked this shit up?
They had to have.
I had to look it up. When I typed in Martin Brundle, it didn't say anything about the F1 movie. I literally had to type it in. Was he connected to?
And this guy's like, I can't believe it.
Yes.
I mean, in your own review, he says it. And I'm like, how in the world? Like, what are you talking about?
Right? Karma, bitch. It's like, oh my God.
He's talking about the
Lewis
guy.
Hamilton.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton, who was a producer and tried to make it as accurate as possible. Probably working with
Martin Brundle.
Martin what?
Brundle.
Martin Brundle and Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah.
They were working together to try to bring something to the audience that hadn't been done before, and this guy's just trashing them.
I agree.
I don't agree with that one, but to each their own. Evidently, that guy knows a lot about Formula One racing.
That is very true. He does, apparently.
All right, so I will end on my 5-star review.
Okay.
One of the most beautiful films I have ever seen. With amazing sounds and the perfect cast, F1 makes you smile, cheer, and feel like you're in the stands. Incredible performances and great chemistry help slingshot this movie towards the front of the pack. End of review.
That was a fantastic review.
Yeah.
That was so nice of them.
I thought so.
I agree.
How about you? You got a good one to send us off on?
So I found one, but then I realized it was ChatGPT. It has to be because, first of all, the title has an emoji at the front, which is always a key tell for ChatGPT writing.
Hey, is that real?
Real? That's usually what happens when I ask it stuff. It puts an emoji at the beginning of headers. I'm not sure why, it just does.
Wow. Well, thank you for teaching me something new, and maybe our listeners as well.
Yeah, because I was like, oh, that's a great one. So I won't read it because I think it's ChatGPT, but I'll read the title, brought to you by ChatGPT. F1, a roaring masterpiece on wheels.
Okay.
It was a great one, but it's ChatGPT. We need to hear from a real live human.
Maybe.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to read, I think, this one. Okay. I saw it in cinema twice. The score and the general sound design, amazing. Really makes this film such an engaging experience.
Wow.
Loved the cast. Loved the corny plot. Loved the visuals. The thrill. It's not that I can't see where this movie is maybe a bit predictable or simple even. It's just that it does what it sets out to do so well. I have a soft... I'm so sorry, I'm going to read this again. It's not that I can't see where this movie is maybe a bit... Oh. It's not that I can't see where this movie is maybe... Wait. It's not that I can't see where this movie is... How do I say that? It's not that I can't see where this... It's not that I can't see where this movie is a bit... Maybe a bit predictable or simple even. It's just that it does what it set out to do so well. So well. I have a soft spot for inspiring sports-adjacent movies. And this one is my favorite yet, I think. End of review.
He said, I think?
Yeah,
and what does that mean as a sports-adjacent movie?
See, I kind of understood what they meant by this because
Why?
I thought when they say sports, like for the genres.
Okay.
If you say sports that's plural, it makes me feel like it's a team. And yes, I know that on the F1 racing circuit, it's a team. Fine. Okay. But I think of it as a team, like on a court or in a field or, with a bunch of, or on a rink with a bunch of people and like a ball.
Yeah, but what about like a tennis movie?
I'd say a match. Oh.
Isn't that a sport?
You're right. I'd say sports.
And wouldn't you say that for golf? I know that's one that people kind of go back and forth on.
I think it's when someone's not inside something else. Does that make sense?
I think you might want to rephrase that one. Just as a tip of the cap to you, I think you might want to rephrase that one.
I think of sports, plural, as things that people do like with their body rather than inside a vehicle of some sort.
Okay, but I don't think that's sports adjacent. I mean, there's so many things that people do as an individual thing. I mean, it takes so much skill to navigate. I mean, I couldn't even probably get close. Maybe your brother might be able to.
Oh, yeah.
But I couldn't even imagine the way that they were racing in that movie because people do that in real life. I could never even process that. So maybe people don't think it's a sport in the way that people score points or something. But for me, I think sports is just a test of skill. Like, do you think archery is a sport?
I'd say skill. Yeah, I guess I think of a skill as different than a sport. A sport, I feel like...
But you need skills to play a sport.
But you need a conglomeration of skills to play a sport with your body.
Not really, Like, if you're a goalie, not trying to throw it out against any goalies, but just like, if you're a hockey goalie, I know that you can, like, move your body a lot.
Yeah, I guess I think like a sport is more of something where you move your body, like your physical body. You're moving your own body. See, but then you could say track, and I don't think if track is sport. I mean, but
it is.
It is.
Yeah.
So I don't.
It's like
you're right.
Track and field, or
you're
whatever.
right. This is a longer conversation for another time. I mean, I don't even know where to go with that.
No. I just when people say sports adjacent, I just always think like, oh, okay, is like Air Bud. Because Air Bud's a sports movie.
Yeah.
It's about a dog.
Who plays basketball.
And football.
Football?
Yeah.
Oh. When? Yeah. Is that like Air Bud 2?
Probably.
Oh.
But it just, for me, it's like, well, is that really a sports movie or is that a family movie?
Right.
So now you're like, oh, I love all sports movies or sport adjacent. It's like, no, it's a sports movie.
Right.
And also in that First Guys thing, just throwing it out there, he didn't get out of bed and do 6 push-ups and go drive a car. He was also doing like a ton of pull-ups and running miles. I agree.
I completely agree.
Hand-eye coordination things too.
I completely agree. He was doing a ton of stuff. It was we could see the young kid doing everything like technologically.
Yeah.
Like you could see it. He had all of the.
It's like Rocky IV.
What do they have on their? It's like when they're measuring their heart rate or.
Yeah, he had the mask on that was measuring his like
VO2 or whatever.
Yeah,
it's
his
called.
VO2 max.
And then the electrodes on his body.
Yeah.
And
then he's pressing the buttons.
Yeah, and he looks out the window and sees Brad Pitt's character just like running outside. And then, spoiler alert, by the end of the movie, he's also running outside because he's like, wow, like, I don't need technology. I just need to be out. And also sometimes being outside will just help ground yourself.
Yeah,
End of spoiler.
absolutely. Yeah, no, I agree with you. I just felt like that first guy just got so upset.
Yes.
But it's, that's people's opinions of things. I understand why people might say that this movie isn't Academy Award / Oscar worthy for Best Picture. I don't think it'll be there. But the other portions of it, the other components of it, and how hard people worked on this, I think it's a pretty good movie.
I agree. I think everything came together really well. Like they got a good cast, they got good actors, like good crew. Everyone worked really well together. They had consultants, and I think that's also why I'm like, "Oh, you spent all of this money, but you didn't get better CGI for your fireworks." Like it could have been CGI also. It could have been exactly the same.
Would that have raised your score?
Yes, because I honestly, it really did such a disservice to the entire film. They would have been better without it because we went the whole film thinking like, wow, this is really cool. When I saw those, I'm like, oh my God, the whole thing's CGI. Without looking it up, I would have left the theater thinking the entire movie was CGI and not looked it up. Just because of that, because how bad it was.
I get where you're coming from because it's easy to see that because one scene can ruin a movie.
Right.
Or make a movie.
Yeah, it's like building a house with the most incredible, I don't know, screws and nails and drywall and stuff, but then the plaster you use is like melting into the carpet.
Right.
It's like, wait. Even though you have the highest quality of everything else, you still need to like pay attention to everything.
Yeah. I completely agree. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with it during award seasons because I don't know. When is the Academy Awards?
I think the Academy Awards is in May.
Okay. If it is.
Or March. One of the two.
Oh, okay. Well, we might just do a recap of the movies that we did, how we rated them, and maybe what they won.
Yeah.
That might be kind of cool.
Yeah, I agree. And the reason, sorry, I don't know why I didn't bring this up earlier, but after reading the audience reviews, a lot of people like really praise the cinematography and everything because they saw it in theaters. Yeah. So I'm wondering if it had a bigger impact on theater watching than home watching.
Well, remember, that's kind of like what Joe told us about going to see Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, you're right. If we saw that...
Maybe if we'd seen it in theaters, it would have been even more.
Yes, and I feel like
But I still think we would end up with the same kind of score because we're not giving it anything in the negatives for cinematography or anything else like that. Because, I mean, you would have probably noticed it even more, the CGI at the very end. But our biggest things are the storyline, the dialogue, and the acting.
Well, that's personal. Like, yeah, for me, I judge the storyline top.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if seeing that in a movie theater would have made that big of a difference for what we were already thinking about going along with.
Oh, for us personally.
Yeah.
I guess you're right. Okay. That makes sense.
I mean, there's some movies that you like Avatar, that would have been like, if you saw it at your house instead of in a movie theater, you'd be like, it doesn't translate. I get that.
Yeah.
But with this, I mean, it looked incredible, but the story was kind of weak and the acting was kind of weak and so on and so forth.
I guess, I mean, sure. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, it's been another show on the road. No, we have just completed this microsode.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys very much for tuning in once again.
Yes. Please rate and review if you can.
Yes, please do. And we really appreciate everybody who continues to give us feedback and download all of our episodes.
Yes.
Shout out to all of you guys. Hopefully you are having a wonderful day wherever you're listening to this at and whoever you're listening to this with, even if it's just yourself.
Yes. I feel like I'm just saying yes. 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 Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. That's shout out to Richard if he ever hears this. Yes. Yes. But we really appreciate you guys. And I guess we'll see you on the next Microsode.
Bye.